What's going on, guys? Jeremy here with GunMagWarehouse, and today I'm going to be shooting the Foxtrot Mike FM9H, the hybrid, little 9mm PCC, and it's got some fairly interesting properties, to say the least, and I'll get to that here in just a second. Shoot them in the head, makes a little bit more noise. Quick features. Built-in tri-lug adapter. Fantastic. Thanks for that. Super quick and easy. M-lock rail with the Picatinny rail on top. Ambidextrous controls with a little bit of an asterisk on there. So mag release, left side, mag release, right side. And in here, there's a little pole that comes out. I'll show you a picture of what it normally looks like, so that you can release the bolt on that side as well as on that side as well. However, you can't actually use that. I'll get to that more in a second. Ambi, safety, both sides, 45-degree safety. I like that a lot. And then, of course, the big claim to fame for this is the magazine grip. So it's got the little mag release right there. You can throw a magazine inside, and you've got basically an extra one just like that. So real cool in theory, but in practice, takes some getting used to. One of the first things that I did was swap out this charging handle for something that is actually ambi. I've never met anybody who actually likes the regular standard mil-spec charging handles. I feel bad for them, but at the same time, no love lost. I'm not going to waste my time with it, especially trying to give it a reach around. You know, it's just not gonna work well for me whatsoever. But the reason why this is hybrid is because it has a polymer lower. It's got some aluminum inserts in there that help the rigidity. But otherwise, we had to slap our own SB tactical brace on here, obviously our own suppressor, and an EOTech up there at the top. And that's basically it for the features. Now let's get into some of the problems we had. So this is the ambi bolt release, but I'll show you something quite interesting. If you hold this up, which I'm pushing it on the other side, hold it up this side. Oh, almost. Oh, almost. All the way back, won't go back further. Doesn't stay back. How come? Holding this down, doesn't happen. So, after a little bit of digging, I found a review that said, oh yeah, that doesn't work. You have to either make a notch into your upper here so that this can go all the way up, or just go ahead and remove this completely. I don't want to drop in that memory hole right there. But then if you take this out and push on the other side, oh my God, magic, it works. So you could call it fully ambidextrous, but if the feature doesn't actually work without manual cutting of what was sold to you, I wouldn't really call it fully ambidextrous. You can be the judge of that if you want to. Maybe it doesn't matter for you because you're not left-handed, and that's perfectly fine, but I'd hope you'd agree with me that if you said something's fully ambidextrous, that it would work ambidextrously. Does that make sense? Okay. So another issue I had, and I'm not necessarily going to blame this on the FM9H, is this little button right here really doesn't take much at all for that magazine to come out. So essentially, if I'm shooting it normally and I bear down to just grab the thing, I end up pushing it. So you can swap it over the other side, and that problem should ideally go away. So maybe if I was shooting it non-wrong-handed, hang on, I'm getting in the way again, non-wrong-handed, that, you know, you bear down, no problem, not gonna come out. But getting here, you're gonna have to do some funky stuff if you wanna press this off. Maybe you can reach around like that and grip it, but your thumb, probably not, unless you just got big, you know, monkey fingers and you can make that work. But ultimately, it's gonna be a weird sort of reach around finger flicking going on down there in order to get this out. And I just had done it one too many times where I was not expecting to drop the mag out, and it went ahead and dropped out. So like I said, I'm not necessarily going to blame that on the design itself, because if I had the time, I would just swap this over to the other side. But the feature itself is not something I'm really demanding. I don't really need to put another mag there. I'd rather run it out of a chest rig or even a belt of some sort rather than having it in the grip itself, because I mean, ultimately I don't really like the grip. I'd rather be able to swap the grip out, and you just can't. It's integral to the lower itself, so it just is what it is. This is the original FM9. It's their standard kind of flagship FM9 pistol, and shoots the same magazines. It's the Glock magazines. There's a few things that I don't like about this that I like about the FM9H, that being, if it worked, the fully ambidextrous controls, ambi safety, all that good stuff. However, I like that this has a full-size dust cover. So if I wanted to change out the dust cover with any standard dust cover for an AR-15, I could. Now this one doesn't come with one at all. Maybe the dust cover is like the forward assist. It's one of those things, oh, I'd rather, you know, have it, not need it. Or maybe it's a little bit more important than that, and it should come with that. You be the judge of that. I'm not gonna make a determination on it at this point, but it's got the same tri-lug adapter. You can modify it the same exact way we've done here thus far, other than the fact that if you wanted to swap the grip out, you just can't here. Another thing that I like about this, that I don't necessarily like about this, and maybe it's because I don't have big giant gloves on, is, dear Lord, look at that gaping hole. That is a big old hole for somebody's finger to go through. Like, if you got a problem sticking your finger through this hole, buddy, dude, just take a chill pill and maybe shrink down a couple sizes, okay? Because this is a lot of space. And, you know, there's a lot of design reasons that go into that. They didn't tell me. I didn't ask. Don't really care. It just looks massive. What a big old hole. The biggest hole. Huge. Like the smash button, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for shopping at GunMagWarehouse. Stay free.